3 and welcome to our lesson on health for this week. It's a creative task and it's to get you to bouger plus, which means to move more. So to get you in the frame of mind for this week's task, I want you to try and think just in English about as many iconic dance routines or songs with actions as you can. So think Agadoo, think Macarena. What else do you know that has a dance routine attached to it that as soon as it comes on, everybody knows what the moves are? So today's lesson aim is that you're going to create your own exercise routine to take part in to get us all up and moving. So because you're going to be creating a routine that requires some instructions of how we want to move our bodies, you need to remember the French words for the parts of the body. So your task here is to be able to label the different parts of the body. So it's a case of writing the English for these French words or printing out the skeleton and labelling them in French. Okay, this is another task to practice the words for parts of the body. It's a crossword but with a bit of a difference, so there's no clues, as in no numbers. What you've got to do is to put the words into French and then think about the length of that word and where it would fit in the grid. So for instance here, it might be the word for shoulder, which is épaule, E-P-A-U-L-E. So you know that along here goes a word that has U as a second letter. Down here comes a word that's got D as the last letter, and so on. So it's quite tricky. It's a good strategy to find out the words in French first. That's a good place to start. And then maybe think about which ones are 3-letter words, 4-letter words, 5-letter words, that kind of thing. So now you've pictured your parts of the body, you need to also be able to give it instructions. Now in French, when we do that, we use the vous form of the verb. So on the left hand side here, you've got lots of different instructions, and then on the right you've got the English versions, but they're not matched at the moment. So think about what tourner might mean, arrêter, respirer, and do the matchup. Okay, so this is a great example of the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Somebody has done an exercise routine and they've got all the instructions coming up on screen. Over the next few slides I've got the phrases written in French, and I want you, by watching the video, to see if you can add the English for those instructions. So you've got a whole host of things that you could say in your video. Okay, so on this slide and on the next slide you have all the expressions that come up in the little video, and I want you to try and see, by watching and listening to the video, if you can write down what these things mean in English. Okay, so this is some more of the instructions and also some encouraging words at the top there that you can say to your audience as they go along. So your task then is to produce a short video of an exercise routine. The commentary must be in French, the music must be catchy and engaging and also clean. It means no rude words. Video must be clear and easy to follow. Instructions to appear on screen in French, and the use of the imperative must be shown. That's the vous form of the verb. Okay, now this doesn't have to be very long. It doesn't have to feature you personally. You can do it using some sort of animated figure, teddy bear, dog, I don't mind. Be as creative as you like, and create us a very short, easy to follow routine in French. If your video skills are not up to much, then you can just do it as pictures with the instructions for us to follow. Okay, so some things to think about before you get started. What style of exercise or dance do you want it to be? Think about the music that you're going to use, and think about the length of the clip that you want to make, and then plan out your moves and the language that you require. Lots of repetition to make it easy for people to follow, and just some good fun.